In today's video, we're going to be discussing a phenomenon known as the rule of cool. If you happen to not be familiar with the concept, we'll look to the fabulous website tvtropes.org for a concise definition. The rule states that the limit of the willing suspension of disbelief for a given element is directly proportional to its awesomeness. So stated another way, all but the most pedantic of viewers will forgive liberties with reality as long as the result is wicked, sweet, or awesome. Now, it's important to note that this is a highly subjective value in most cases, depending on the viewer. Differing people have different thresholds for what they're willing to forgive for the sake of coolness. This can best be illustrated by considering the success of the Fast and Furious franchise. These are highly successful movies, yet are also highly stupid movies. They're chock full of silly, unbelievable, physics-defying scenes and stunts. This success to stupidity disparity can only be explained by the subjectiveness of the rule of cool. Many viewers, otherwise known as morons, can forgive Ludicrous launching a car into space with a Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote-esque rocket strapped to its back because, hey, it's Luda. To provide a good example of the rule of cool in action, we're going to look at the 1995 Antonio Banderas flick, Desperado. So much that happens in this movie is implausible, physics-defying, absolutely downright ludicrous. Not ludicrous, but silly as fuck. Yet, all that being said, the movie still works. The gun-fu mariachi badass just somehow works. You want to know why? Because of the rule of cool, bro. Rule of cool. Let's look at the opening bar fight scene. No untrained mariachi singer with a guitar case full of weapons could take out 20-odd hardened criminals with machine guns. This could never happen. But damn, look at Antonio's hair. Look at those tight mariachi pants. Listen to him hiss those words out in that accent.
Not yet.
Motherfucker is cool as hell. Those Ruger pistols that pop out of his sleeves, there's no way those things were hidden in there before that scene. Those are full-size pistols. They could not possibly fit in the sleeves of his well-tailored tight mariachi jacket. But you know what? No one cares because it just looks so damn cool when he flips them out. And what's this? We're to believe that Banderas is such a physical powerhouse that he's able to manhandle these fat Mexican gangsters with such ease? Antonio is 5'8.5". I looked it up. And no one would ever accuse him of being built or muscular. He's actually quite slim. Those Mexicans would whoop his mariachi ass. But you know what? The audience does not care. They're along for the ride because director Robert Rodriguez just makes it look so damn cool. In this sequence, we see El Mariachi foregoing the same tactical advantages of cover and concealment, instead choosing to stand on the fucking bar like he's a bartender at Coyote Ugly, pirouetting his way through a hail of bullets. He shoots behind his back one time just for shits, then empties the rest of his bullets by physically flinging the rounds out of his gun in the absolute worst example of poor handgun shooting technique I have ever witnessed. Once again, though, the scene just looks so damn cool, the audience and myself are willing to go along with it. The mariachi wrecking face left and right throughout the tight confines of this shit-splattered cantina is just about the coolest thing ever on film. No wonder Salma Hayek's panties can't wait to drop a short while later in the movie. Now, let's take a moment to look at failed attempts to incorporate the rule of cool into a movie. To make the contrast really pop, we'll look at a movie by the same director, same primary cast, occurring in the exact same world. It's The Return of the Mariachi, the sequel to Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. It's back, but this time with a bigger budget, a built-in audience, and more star power. So, of course, it was a shitty movie. Trying to capitalize on the blazing and somewhat unexpected success of the first movie, Once Upon a Time in Mexico quickly runs completely off the rails. It tries to be too cool. It has Johnny Depp brought in, given more screen time and story than Banderas himself, and he does this whole weird emo self-important thing, completely derailing the action at every turn. It was sad and boring rather than cool, thus the audience was far less forgiving of whenever something absurd happened. Let's throw up a few more examples of attempts to successfully pull off a rule of cool worthy maneuver. Good. George McFly's bony little ass knocking the ever-living shit out of the monster-sized Biff in Back to the Future. McFly was in no way cool, but in that moment he was, and the audience believed it. Bad. Every single attempt to bring G.I. Joe to the big screen. Just stop it. Stop. Good. Uma Thurman's Bride, taking out dozens upon dozens of sword and hatchet-wielding Asian gangsters all by herself. There's simply no way anyone could do this, ever. But Tarantino made it look so damn cool, the audience was along for the ride. Bad. Uma Thurman's Bride in her final ultimate fight with David Carradine as Bill. Carradine is old. The physics-defying fight moves looked fake and contrived. They just spent 20 minutes putting the audience to sleep talking. Nothing was cool about this scene. Good. The Matrix wire work. It may have looked a little bit wonky, but the audience believed because of all the badass action and plot and the sunglasses and the trench coats. That shit was awesome. Bad. The wire work in Bulletproof Monk. What the hell were they thinking? This looks terrible, and even the undeniable cool of Chow Yun-Fat was completely canceled out by the douchiness of Stifler. So that was a rule of cool fail. And ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Subscribe to the channel to catch more entertaining and intriguing videos coming up soon.